People struggle to be free. Right, tomorrow morning's Times leads on the news of that leaked Treasury document, US-style cuts in welfare under review, apparently a brainstorming session. Tories are set to sell off the Royal Mail, according to The Guardian. That proposal previously dropped, of course. You remember Mrs Thatcher's promise not to privatise the Royal Mail. World markets hit by Wall Street turmoil in the Financial Times. The stock market in London had its worst day of the year so far. Diana quits as patron of 100 charities. The Daily Telegraph, same story, leads the front page of the Daily Express, the front page of the Daily Mail, the front page of the Daily Mirror, who advised that she should be given her HRH back. And The Sun has sensational news that Camilla Parker Bowles has been eating a hot dog. That's all from Newsnight for tonight. I'll be back with more tomorrow night. Until then, from all of us on the programme, good night.
Later tonight in the midnight hour, Leslie Riddoch will be chairing a debate on defence cuts. Have they gone too far or could they go further? That's in 45 minutes.
Express yourself. Everybody, express yourself. Come on now, express yourself.
I would like to report seeing something which looked like a kidnap.
Stop the bus.
Yes.
I need to blow everything up.
Sing, ooh, baby, baby. BBC2 brings you 5 dramas by new writers, beginning with Out of the Deep Pan, the double exposure season, Monday night at 11:15.
You can't touch it, but you can feel it. The BBC Proms 96. The first night is Friday at 7:30, only on BBC Television and Radio 3.
First broadcast in 1974, the second of 2 classic concerts now on BBC2, which are being shown as a tribute to the legendary Ella Fitzgerald, who died last month.
Tomorrow night, BBC2 invites you out with the lads. But mind you don't spill your drink, fail to keep up, or stand out from the crowd. If you want to be sure of staying alive, BBC2's To Dance season continues with the award-winning, uncompromising Enter Achilles by DV8, tomorrow at 9:40.
No one in the world has triple jumped further than Jonathan Edwards. With Olympic gold in sight, what gives the Sports Personality of the Year his winning edge? The devout Christian says it's a matter of faith.
Part of that is to be the best athlete I can be.
Jonathan Edwards, Leap of Faith, tomorrow at 9, BBC2.
Back to tonight and a look at the Weatherview now on BBC2 with Michael Fish.
Hello there. Quiet, settled weather, I think, for the foreseeable future around the British Isles. Something of a mini heat wave. Temperatures well up into the 20s. Now, there's nothing quiet or settled about the weather to the south of Japan. Just the opposite. That's actually a super typhoon, and it's been moving northwards during the course of the last 24 hours or so, heading somewhere close to that southwestern tip there of Japan. And it's a pretty potent storm indeed, with winds up to 280 kilometres an hour. That's well over 150 miles an hour, so something obviously to keep an eye on. But by complete contrast, rather than an intense area of low pressure, we have an intense area of high pressure, and that's going to be around for some considerable time, keeping the weather fine and settled. So intense that at Heathrow, we've just seen the highest July pressure on record, 30.6 inches if you want to set your barometer. Main thing though, in the next few days, it's going to get warmer and warmer just about everywhere, and by the end of the week, at least in southern and central parts, it looks as if it's going to be pretty hot, as I said a while ago. Now, interestingly, earlier on, we had quite a lot of cloud across eastern parts of England, but that, as the sun got to work on it, very soon dispersed, and it's been clear blue skies, really, for much of the time. A little bit of patchy cloud has floated into Ireland during the course of the evening, still around for the rest of the night, and 1 or 2 little bits and pieces of cloud in northern Scotland, perhaps sufficient to give a spot of drizzle in Shetland, and again some cloud feeding in across that south-eastern corner of the country. That, with the breeze, will hold the temperatures up there, but a pretty chilly night to come further north, lowest 6 or 7 degrees. So if we do start off with some cloud in the southeast, it's going to break up, burn off a bit more readily than it did probably today. And so some cloud perhaps from time to time in that northern part of Scotland, but that too breaking to give some sunny intervals. Still that northeasterly wind around, not as strong as it was, but nevertheless it's going to be fairly noticeable across the south of the country. It'll be good in the way that if you're along that eastern coast, it'll keep the pollen counts right down, but in central and eastern parts, central and western parts, I mean, so it is going to be a pretty nasty day for hay fever sufferers. Again, those winds and sea breezes in other parts holding the temperatures in coastal areas around about 17 or 18 degrees, but a little bit warmer than it was today, 23 degrees for instance, around the Bristol area, and do take care because that sun's pretty hot. And that sun's going to be pretty hot in the next few days as well. We keep these sort of welcome sea breezes around most of the coast, tempering the heat there, but we will find that in other parts, maybe just a little bit of mistiness to begin with. Otherwise, the day should be dry with virtually unbroken sunshine. Still some cloud in the far northwestern corner there of Scotland. And if anything, that may well get a little bit thicker as we head towards the weekend. By that time, giving one or two spits and spots of light rain and drizzle. But in other parts of the country, nothing changes at all. The sea breezes hold on, the sunshine holds on. The only thing that's going to be different, if anything, is that the temperatures continue to creep up. So that eventually we get to about 28 degrees, that's 82 Fahrenheit. A very good night to you.
The Good Food Guide to the Highlands, with convenience fungi, pre-packed preserves,
Sticky business, Sticky business.
and a truly free range. Savour the best Scottish produce in Wild Harvest with Nick Nairn tomorrow at 8:30 on BBC2.
Today, William Morris is the darling of the middle classes. His wallpaper sells for hundreds of pounds a roll. But once, he was a revolutionary.
This man didn't believe there should be any government at all, didn't believe there should be marriage or law, or there shouldn't be prisons.
People have tried to turn him into a woolly-minded liberal, and yet Morris was dangerous.
The man behind the wallpaper. BBC2 celebrates William Morris's centenary, Sunday at 7:30 on BBC2.
Now on BBC2, Leslie Riddick is in the chair for the Midnight Hour.